And trouble was brewing with Germany's other main ally, Ottoman Turkey. Germany needed Turkey to hold the line against the British advance into the Middle East. But after 600 years, the Ottoman Empire was crumbling and the British Empire was licking its lips. In March 1917, the British captured Baghdad. In December, they entered Jerusalem. The loss of both cities was a severe blow to Ottoman authority in the Middle East.
The words, "Jerusalem has fallen," spread like news of a death in the family. Jerusalem was in the hands of the English. How heroically the last Turks fought. We did not leave Jerusalem like the sons of Israel. We left it like Turks. Through the Mount of Olives, the evening shadows deepen and widen like a grave sucking in the whole of the Ottoman Empire.
In Turkey, as with her allies, the situation on the home front was so desperate it threatened her capacity to wage war. Turkey hadn't known peace for 7 years. The First World War was just the latest and most terrible in a string of conflicts. Most able-bodied men were in the army, or wounded or dead. The land was impoverished, the people near breaking point.
An old farmer with a 7-year-old girl, his grandchild, came to see me. The child's father had died in Gallipoli and the mother had died as well. He begged me, for God's sake, take this child and save her from starvation and death. I took the child. Back in Istanbul, I discovered that almost all of my officer friends had taken in poor children like that from the villages of Anatolia.
General Mustafa Kemal, Turkey's future leader, warned that this was a recipe for national disaster.
There are no bonds between the government and the people. What we call the people is now composed of women, disabled men and children. For all alike, the government is the power which insistently drives them to hunger and death. Every new step taken by the government increases the general hatred the people feel for it.
But far from relaxing the pressure on the Turkish people, their war leader, Enver Pasha, had even bigger demands to make on them. While Britain swallowed up the old Ottoman Empire in the south, Enver looked east, dreaming of a new Turkish empire extending into Central Asia.
Our destiny forces us to move from the south to the east, where our blood, our roots, our language, and, most importantly, our future lie.
Ludendorff also had plans which ignored the parlous state of the Turkish army. By May 1918, he had a crazy idea for Enver to strike at the heart of the British Empire.
Even if we are victorious in France, it is still in no way certain that we can force the English to a peace acceptable to us if we are not able to threaten their most sensitive spot, India.
But Enver stuck to his own agenda, and that included sending his newly formed Army of Islam to capture the oil-rich city of Baku. Britain and Germany also had Baku in their sights. Now the scramble for Central Asia was on.
The speed and energy of the Turkish advance seems to have taken Europe by surprise. They hadn't thought Turkey was able to carry out such deeds.
Ludendorff was furious to find, yet again, an ally trying to steal resources from Germany.
Unless the Turkish advance on Baku is halted at once and the troops are withdrawn to their original positions, I shall have to propose to His Majesty the Kaiser the recall of the German officers in the Turkish High Command.
While they were bickering, Britain sneaked into Baku first. Turkey's commanders, like Vajihi Bey, were growing bitter over the cost of her alliance with Germany.
We thought we were sacrificing ourselves for the common good of the Germans and Turks. Oh, this shining silvered plan. We've sacrificed millions of our sons for a dream.
A woman is asking everyone she sees, have you seen my Ahmed? Which Ahmed? Which of the 100,000 Ahmeds? He went this way, she said. That way? To the Suez Canal? Sarikamish or Baghdad? Was your Ahmed swallowed by ice, sand, or bitten by scorpions? No. None of us have seen your Ahmed. But he has seen hell. If we could only explain to a mother what we gained from it, news to make her proud. But we lost Ahmed in a gamble.